Hi viewers, I welcome you all to this Programming World channel. In this video, I would like to discuss about the single linked list part 2, that's about how we can insert a node at the end of the single linked list. So in our previous video, we have discussed about how we can insert a new node at the beginning. So this video can help you to understand about how we can perform a node connection at the end of the list. So here you can see the general structure or model of single linked list. So the last node, that is what the tail node, which has the null value in its address field or next field to state that where the list which gets end. Okay. So when we go for inserting a new node at the last node, so we have to maintain the null value in the address field. To make you to understand, I just go with uh, the algorithm or steps which are required to do. So the step one, create a new node, and step two, assign the data to the new node. In step three, we have to assign null value in the new node next field. Then the step four, it's about analyzing whether the list is empty. So if the list is empty, then as we discussed, the new node will be the header node. That's why we assign the new node address to the head pointer. So head is equal to new node, and then we can stop. Suppose this condition is fail, then what we have to do? We have to traverse our list by using temp pointer to reach the last node. So afterwards, in the last node next field, we have to assign the new node address. Afterwards, the procedure can be stopped. So this picture can help you to understand what was discussed in the algorithm. Okay, so we have the head pointer and also we have a temp pointer. So when the list is having more than one node, so the temp pointer which is required to traverse our list. So that is what given in this diagram. So temp starts from the head pointer. Afterwards, it is what jumping to the next node if the next field it is what not equal to null. So when the temp next is equal to null, the temp pointer traversal will be stopped. So the temp pointer will be stopped in the last node. Afterwards, we give temp next is equal to new node. Okay, so the last in the last position, the new node will that is what item 4 will be connected, and you can see that in the new node address field we have null value. So this is what actually shown in this code. Okay, so the node structure creation is given. So it is what actually C programming based. Afterwards, we creating an empty list by just by giving head is equal to null. Okay, then struct s node star create node. This function which is used to create a node dynamically. So that's why we are using dynamic memory allocation function, that is what malloc here, to create a new node, and we're getting the data. Afterwards we assign the null value. This is completely about what the new node creation. But now how this new node which is what inserted in the list, so that you can find it here. So as we discussed in the procedure, so first we verifying whether it is equal to null, that means what list is empty, then the new node will be the header node. If list is not empty, so by using the temp pointer, we have to start from the head, then we have to traverse our list. So that's why we are using this condition while of temp next not equal to null. So this is a condition we are using. So until we reach the last node, what happens is the temp pointer it has to move to node by node. So that we're giving in our code. So at last, once it is reached the last node, so the temp next field will get the new node address. Okay, that is what NN. Okay, NN, sorry, N node. Okay, that's all. This is a code we have to implement for inserting the new node at the last position. Okay, so now we can run this code to see whether the node is inserted at the end. Okay, so you can see the execution of it. So first case insert end, and I'm giving the data like 10. So if you go with 2, what happens is you can see the data 10 which is stored in the first node, and the next node of 10 is what? 0, in the sense there is no next node. Okay, I mean there is no data follow after 10. So now we can insert one more node, that is what 20. When we call display operation, now we can see, so data 10 it is stored in the first node, whereas the data 20 which is what stored in the next node, and it is connected to the previous node, that is what 10. So likewise you can have one more data insertion also in the list. So data 30 is to be inserted, and when we go for what display operation, all three nodes will be displayed as a chain. Okay, so I hope you guys understand about how it works. Okay, this may help you to understand the algorithm which is required to implement insert operation in the end of our singly linked list. Okay, so please subscribe this channel and also watch coming videos to get more videos, and also to be prepared for our to be prepared for placement interviews, and also it may help you to understand the basic fundamental concepts to shine in our computer science field. Thank you for watching.